I'm Kerry Watson, and this is Goblins by Philip Reeves, a junior fiction novel, fantasy, that is part of our Kids and Parents book club at the library this month, and it is superb. It is one of the best fantasy novels for the younger age group that I've come across in a very long time. It's about a goblin named Scarper who lives in a castle called Clovenstone with all his goblin hatchling brothers, and they are a brutish bunch, all the goblin tribes that live in Clovenstone and the adjacent castles. And he, unlike any of his other goblin brethren, learns to read, and that's the beginning of his downfall as he's ejected, literally, from Clovenstone and goes out and has an adventure where he meets Henwin, a 15-year-old boy who is from a small town on the coast in this magical land, who wants desperately to be a hero and has recently had an accident, which he's the cause of, at the cheese factory which his family owns, and has struck out to escape trouble from his father and also to have an adventure. Now, I won't go too much into the plot, but it is certainly fun. Mostly a lot of that fun comes from the fact that what Reeve is doing here is gently, I wouldn't say parodying The Lord of the Rings, but taking elements from it and sort of looking at them from a side angle and saying, what if not all the goblins and orcs were evil? And what if they were brutish and dumb, but misguided and a bit thick? The real appeal here, and he does this with a lot of humor. One of the main attractions of the novel is Reeve's imagination, and world building, which, if you were familiar with the Mortal Engines quartet, which he wrote, would come as no surprise. That is a fantasy classic, or I should say a sci-fi classic, that you should get familiar with. He can easily fill his world with things like cloud maidens and twiglings and giants who get smaller as they get older because they're made of stone and they erode, of course. And each of these characters or bits of the world he describes are so clever and so well thought out that you can well imagine another novel following their adventures. So for younger readers, it succeeds both in terms of its plot, which has a nicely breakneck pace without feeling too rushed. There is time for humor and for some really fun descriptions of the world of Clovenstone. And of course, the humor really is probably the main attraction. So I have to highly recommend it, and but definitely seek out the Mortal Engines quartet and its 3 prequels if you are looking for some really fantastic sci-fi. And that's it. Oh, and I have to have my own book, The Skeleton Palms, noir thriller set in California and Nevada. Till next time.